Rosario, this is Kathleen Kennedy. You're doing a great job, but we can't have you voicing your own conservative opinions on social media, so you're going to have to be a good girl and shut the f*** up. We do have a replacement on standby if necessary, but we don't want to have to resort to that, do we? Have a good day, darling.
What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering, and this is one of the most bizarre stories coming out of Lucasfilm because of who it involves. Apparently, they continue to apply heat, pressure, warnings to Rosario Dawson, who is, by all public record, like one of them. She's literally dating a Democratic politician, Cory Booker. She is a far left leaning individual. She's everything a stereotypical lefty is. She's even come out as vegan now. Apparently that's newsworthy. But apparently Lucasfilm reportedly issuing a warning to Rosario Dawson after Gina Carano was fired. And this is a bizarre thing to have seen, honestly. You know, if you follow all of this, the thing with Rosario Dawson is, just like with Gina Carano, none of what was said about Rosario Dawson so far has been proven true. You know, she had a former handy person who was trans, and then, my opinion, probably got mad. They got fired, and they said all these heinous things about Rosario Dawson, things they then retracted. All but one, I think. And the one thing that's left isn't even against Rosario Dawson. It's against her mom. So, like, the cancel mob seems really bizarre. I wonder what it's like to work on The Mandalorian. You must have to, walk on eggshells. And I wonder if Bill Burr has now received a warning. We'll talk about that too. But, so Disney and Lucasfilm gave warning to Rosario Dawson after firing Gina Carano. A recent rumor claims that Disney and Lucasfilm issued a warning to the Mandalorian actress Rosario Dawson about a month after they fired Gina Carano and lied about her. The new rumor comes from scooper Daniel Richtman of Small Screen. And, this person does have a long history of, being right. Lucasfilm has reportedly, the report comes to us from Daniel Richtman. Personally, I'm not positive about the accuracy of the story. I've asked around and I haven't been able to confirm it with my source. That said, I'm sure Daniel Richtman has different sources to us here at Small Screen, and they've probably heard that executives at Disney are a bit worried about their live-action Ahsoka Tano actor. Here's what he said on the matter. Lucasfilm is afraid Dawson will be next after Gina Carano, considering her past, so they told her to be careful. This would sound a bit off to me because I've looked into Rosario Dawson has to say on social media. It's not really the same as Gina Carano. There have been claims made against her and her family by a certain person, but those claims were all dropped after it was revealed that there was no real validity to them. I don't know. It's really bizarre to me. He previously scooped back in December that Disney wanted Carano to issue an apology in order to get the Mandalorian spinoff show. So we now know he was correct about that. We got this cover reported Richtman posted his Patreon. Disney told Gina Carano she needs to apologize if she wants her own spinoff. Richtman had previously claimed that Cara Dune's spinoff had already been canceled. We got this covered. Scott Campbell said insider Daniel Richtman is now claiming that the Mouse House has nixed any plans to have Cara Dune headline her own Mandalorian show. We know all of this stuff. And we know that a lot of this stuff to be true. A lot of the things that Richtman said about the situation we now know to have been true. As for Dawson, she's been targeted by woke Twitter cult as well as being accused of being phobic back in 2019. Dawson would address these claims with Vanity Fair in November 2020. She stated, well, first I'd like to say that I understand that and why people were concerned and are concerned. I would be too if I heard some of these claims. But I mean, as we're seeing right now and in the past few months and just recently, actually, the truth is coming out. Every single claim of discrimination has been dismissed by the person who made them. And as you've said, the fact that it's coming from someone I've known since I was a teenager, the better part of my life, and who my family was trying to help, as we have many times in the past. It really makes me sad, but I still have great empathy for him," she added. I think that, had Rosario Dawson had, different political leanings, probably wouldn't have been given a second chance. But, that's neither here nor there. Vanity Fair reported that 18 of the 20 claims against Dawson and her family had been voluntarily withdrawn without a settlement. The reason that all the discrimination claims were dropped is because they didn't happen. "I was raised by a very inclusive and loving family, and that's how I've lived my entire life." She added, "I've always used my voice to fight for, lift up, and empower LGBTQ, community, and my platform to channel trans voices." Sure. Nevertheless, the woke Twitter mob set their sights on Dawson following Carano's firing. One mob participant, not just to spite Gina Carano, but also because Star Wars needs trans actors, fire Rosario Dawson. Another wrote, "Ahsoka Tano doesn't deserve to be played by a phobic. She deserves better. Fire Rosario Dawson like you did Gina Carano." Another tweeted, "They would only fire Rosario Dawson now." I truly believe that these people aren't fans of the show. They aren't really, I don't think they actually care about the things that they tweet about. I just think that they like to be a part of things and make up lies about the people. "So glad Gina Carano is gone. Now can we please help up the energy and fire Rosario Dawson?" Seeing as, and then they always ham everything up. Of course, none of what they're saying about her was true. And we've seen over the last 24 hours or so, we've seen Bill Burr in hot water already because, well, it's Bill Burr. Did he say anything? I don't know, particularly anti-left wing. Not really, but I mean, he did take a shot at feminists and a shot at the cis white male stuff. So is Bill Burr going to be next here? I wouldn't be surprised. And a selfish part of me, to be honest with you, wouldn't mind seeing Bill Burr and Rosario Dawson fired. Now, hear me out. Hear me out. This is why. Okay. Both people are fine financially, both multimillionaires. But I would like, selfishly, I feel like it might wake some people up. It might spark some people to question, have we gone too far? When is enough in terms of, having wrongthink? I think Gina, say what you want about her, people don't have any, people who have actually interacted with her don't have anything bad to say about her. It's just this a few thousand woke Twitter idiots that seem to care. And I still stand by the that next season when The Mandalorian airs, season 3, people are going to find out then that they're going to wonder where Cara Dune is, and they're going to look into it, and they're not going to be happy. This whole thing's going to get brought up again. I'd like to see Disney get rid of Bill Burr and Rosario Dawson and just continue firing people who Twitter whines about, because eventually, and I think it might be the only way, people will have to wake up. I don't really see any other way, because there's this roaming group of losers that want everybody canceled because they hate their lives, that they're so desperate in it that they'll make up reasons. They called Bill Burr all sorts of horrible, heinous things. Why? Because he made fun of, woke culture and feminists. Yeah, I agree. He should have been able to pronounce the names of the people that he was issuing awards to. I believe, that's a legitimate criticism, but that's not what people said. People were calling him racist and all sorts of other terrible things, even though the dude's wife is black. And then they were calling his wife all sorts of terrible things. And it's just sick. So yeah, keep cutting them, keep firing them, Disney. Hopefully that will wake people up. I don't really see any other way. I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.